Good afternoon, everyone. Very, very rare we ever get to say that on the channel. How are we all doing? It is Thursday afternoon. This is a very, very rare occasion where you get a nice little afternoon stream. We are back once again for another live watch-along, and it's something that I have been looking into, of course, talking about. Give me 2 seconds here. Apologies if you can hear me. There we go. Let me just turn it off. But we've got a brilliant, brilliant watch-along to do today. The FIFA Club World Cup. Of course, competition that goes on pretty much every year, you know, after the Champions League and all of the big competitions in the world of football are completed. This tends to be an atmosphere of the biggest occasion. Now, unfortunately, of course, because of COVID, this didn't take place at the usual time that this competition was supposed to take place. That was back in December. So, in fact, we've had a few extra months to wait for this competition to take place. But here we are on the 4th of February, live for the second round action of the FIFA Club World Cup. I've got to say, I'm really, really excited for this, and I hope you're all excited for it too. For the first time in quite a while, in any form of domestic, in any form of big club competition football, we do have fans back in the stadium. Of course, this competition is taking place in Qatar, from the Ahmad bin Ali Stadium. And of course, this is a little bit of preparation as well ahead of the World Cup coming in 2022. So a long way to go. But as I said, we've got both teams coming out onto the pitch in the moment. Let's have a quick talk through them. Tigres taking on Ulsan Hyundai. Should be a very, very good game indeed. We'll talk about those two clubs in a second. But Levi says hi. Welcome to the stream, Levi. Hope you're all good. Kyle's put hello all. How are we this afternoon? It feels strange saying that on a Thursday afternoon. Not usually doing this type of stuff. And then Daz is in the stream, of course. Hope you're all good, Daz. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're back on your normal account. I'm glad I was able to sort that out in the end. But, as I said, this is a big, big momentous occasion. Now, usually a match like this, to be honest, especially in England, isn't necessarily as hyped up. And I do actually think a lot of people aren't even aware this tournament is taking place right now. It's been very, very under the radar how the Club World Cup's been set up. I don't think I really even knew about it until a few days ago. But the fantastic thing is that, of course, we've got the tournament going on. And although it's not the 24-man format, which we were supposed to be having at this stage, we have at least got the usual format of this competition. So for any of you that don't know how this competition works, it is the winners from multiple competitions across world footballs, the likes of the Champions League, the Copa Libertadores, the CONCACAF Champions League is in there as well. All of the winners of these competitions come together to play off in pretty much the best of the best tournament from around the world. And we have a brilliant, brilliant game to come between Tigres and Ulsan Hyundai. Now, if you know me, I've got a bit of affiliation with Tigres. So I am backing the Mexican boys tonight. But do tell me in the stream who you're backing as we take a look at the lineups with kickoff about 2 or 3 minutes away. Let's start off with the Tigres lineup. You might see a few noticeable faces from this team. We've got Juan Guzman in goal, the Argentinian goalkeeper, actually an international keeper as well for the Argentinian side. So good to see a few international players in the team. We've got a back four as they're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Left back is Jesus Duenas, the 31-year-old veteran. 2 centre-backs, that might be recognisable to a few people because we've got the Tigres legend, that is Carlos Salcedo, been at the club now for quite a long time. And then we've also got former Porto man, Diego Resch. He's at the back today. Interested to see him, of course, playing in Mexico these days. And then we have the right back, Luis Alfonso Rodriguez, very, very ever-present player for that Tigres side. He's been there for a good couple of years now. Talk about ever-presence, this is the midfield. We've got Guido Pizarro, the Argentinian, another former international player. And I'm pretty sure former Sevilla man as well. He's in midfield alongside the Brazilian Rafael Carioca. Should be interested to see how those two do. Both of those holding defensive midfielders. And the cam is Francisco Meza. So 4-2-3-1 there. And then up top, you've got on the left wing, you've got Javier Aquino, former Villarreal man, Mexican of course. Good to see him back in his native country. Interested to see how he does today. On the right-hand side, we've got the incredibly pacey forward in Luis Enrique Quiñones. Got some really good skills, really good player. Excited to see how he does. And then, of course, if you know me, I've got an affiliation with this legend. That is André Pierre Gignac, former Marseille man. Cannot wait to see how he does tonight. Really, really looking forward to seeing him play, of course. And then on the subs bench, we've got former players of the past. We've got Hugo Ayala, another one of the Mexicans that's been at the club for quite a while. We've got, I think it's actually the brother of Javier Quinones, Julian Quinones, who's on the bench as well. So not necessarily many recognisable players for the neutral today, but we all do know one or two players from this side. Of course, Gignac probably being the more noticeable player for any of you guys that don't necessarily know about these Liga MX sides. But let's move on to the Korean side. This is the South Korean side, Ulsan Hyundai, who made it through, of course, to the Club World Cup. In goal today is the South Korean international John Hyun-Yu. Back four consists of the left back Seol Won-Yu, two centre backs, one of them being former, I will not say Dutch international, but former, I think he was in the Japanese league not too long ago, Dave Bulthuis. What a big opportunity it is for him. The back alongside Kim Ki-hee, what a name. And then the right back is Kim Tae-hwan. In the midfield, three-man midfield, this is a 4-2-3-1, of course. Shin Hyung-min is alongside Du Jae-won. And then the cam is Bit Gram-yoon. And then up top, front three, Kim In-sung. They've got Dong Jun-lee, who is the forward. And then the right winger is Ji Hyun Kim. Now, if you don't know a great deal about this Ulsan side, they are absolutely rapid. It is a very, very quick side, this Ulsan Hyundai team. So Tigres are going to have to watch out because this side does have quite a bit of pace about it. As for the Tigres team, of course, much better on paper. A few recognisable players in there. But overall, I've got to say, I think this is going to be a really good match. Tigres, really good side. They've got pace themselves, but they're a very, very good pressing team. And I expect to see a lot of pressing from them today, especially against a side like Ulsan, where they can easily counter-attack on you with the rapid pace that they've got up top. For those of you that maybe don't know a little bit of the stats, I've actually got some stats for you today. Tigres entered the competition as the CONCACAF winners. They beat LAFC 2-1 in the final. André-Pierre Gignac scoring the winning goal in the 84th minute for them. As for Ulsan Hyundai, they enter this competition as the AFC Champions League winners. They also actually won their game 2-1. And that was because of their Brazilian striker, who's not actually here today, Junior Negrão, who is a very, very ever-present Brazilian player for this Korean side. He's not actually there for them, which is a massive, massive loss. But hopefully we might see him potentially at some point in the tournament soon. And then Tigres, they've only lost once in their last 8 games, while Ulsan haven't played since December. So for them, it's a little bit of an opportunity to get themselves up and running ahead of their K-League start, which I believe is in March. As for Tigres, then their season has just recently started off, actually. I think it was about January time that we were able to see the start of Liga MX. So we're underway at this game, 30 seconds into the start of this match. Once again, for those of you that are wondering how can I access this game live, if you are in the UK, then I highly do recommend checking out BBC iPlayer. BBC have got the rights for the Club World Cup, so highly worth checking them out on there. But yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, because we are going to be covering pretty much the majority of this tournament. If you're not aware, as I said, this is over the next week, so it's a very, very quick tournament. As Simon's in the chat, he says, come on Ulsan, up the Hyundai. Come on Tigres! We want Tigres to win. As we're 1 minute in here, and I think there's something up with the ball. I don't know what's going on here, but one of the 4th officials just having a situation with the ball. Just checking, to see if the ball's okay to start. I'm guessing from kickoff. The referee actually just noticed it was a bit deflated, and both players here from either side just checking the ball's good, and they've both agreed we're all good. So technically we're now underway. It took us about a minute and a half to get started. But this should be a good game. This should be a very good game. And as I was saying before, we are covering pretty much the majority of this tournament. So we will be covering the 2 second-round fixtures, we'll be covering the semi-finals, and we'll be covering the finals. So straight after me tonight, it's actually going to be Simon who's in the chat. He's going to be covering the game between Al Dahail and Al Ali, and I think that is going to hopefully be alongside Rowan. But we've had a stop in play again here. We're 2 minutes into the match, and once again, I think a deflated ball. So not the most energetic start to the match. Which means we're already going to get quite a heap of additional time, I think. Well, a bit of a weird one there, actually, because it was the referee who said about the deflated ball. Both players happy to continue. It's a bit of a waste of time there in terms of the actual 2 minutes we've just sat there waiting for the ball to be the right ball to be chosen for this game. But Kyle's put, we love the Tigers, Kyle. Tigres, come on! If Gignac scores, I says I'm going mental. If Gignac scores a 90th minute winning goal, I will be going absolutely mental. As John Hoo-won, South Korean goalkeeper, international, boosts the ball up the pitch, trying to get towards the forwards. But nothing comes of it so far. And as I said, I'm really, really excited for this game. You know, I think, as I said, for the neutral, doesn't sound like the most energetic match in the world. But these are two very contrasting sides. And I think Tigres, who were actually resting, and in fact the referees, I don't know what's going on here, but another stop in play. I don't know what is going on here, but both teams have no idea what's going on with the ball. Once again with the throw-in. The referee's just checking the ball. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Vin Wow Fan Club. How is the ball deflated? Well, I don't really know, to be fair, because the keeps. I think this is now the third interval in play we've had where one of the players has said the ball's just not slightly as strong as enough they'd like it to be. The referees is still continuing with play, and they haven't changed the ball either, so I'm a bit confused as to why we keep having intervals in play, but we're back underway. Not the most energetic start, as I said, to this match. But do put your predictions in the chat. I would be interested to see what you guys think is going to happen in this match. I think it's going to end 2-2. And remember, we will go into extra time and /or penalties, depending on what happens in this match, with the winner of this game playing the CONMEBOL Libertadores winners Palmeiras. That is next week. As for the other match, which is between Al Dahail and Al Ali, the winner of that game goes on to face the Champions League winners, Bayern Munich. So no pressure for either of those two sides. Of course, interesting to see as well who does go through to that match against Bayern. Cal says the chat, why is it the second round? Was there a first round? If not, it seems weird to call it second. The reason why it's the second round, Kyle, is because Auckland City, who was supposed to be taking part in this competition, haven't actually been able to come into the competition. There's a chance here for a ball to be put into the box. It was sprayed in by Dong Jun Lee on the right wing, trying to get it into the path of the forward, Jin Kim, and he doesn't get it in the end. And it was a real big opportunity there for Ulsan Hyundai. And as I said before, they're a very, very quick team, Ulsan. And Tigres almost nearly caught out after 5 minutes. But the referee's actually pulled it back, I think. So a little bit of a nervy moment in the first 5 minutes for Tigres. As once again, I have no idea what's going on. But it's the ball again. What is going on? It's the goalkeeper this time that's complaining, Guzman, the Argentinian international. And we're just going to get back underway. I think the players are just going to have to accept that the ball's probably not going to be in the best state right now. Carl's put in the chat, Tigres to win 2-1. And Daz has put Tigres 2-3-2. So Kyle going 2-1. Daz going 3-2. We want goals today. That's what we want. But yeah, Auckland City, who were supposed to be taking part in this competition, in the end had to pull out. And I think it was either due to COVID or due to... In terms of the Australian border situation with COVID and stuff, that they couldn't actually fly out. So, originally it was going to be Al Dahail who were going to be playing in this game against Auckland City in the first round. So Al Dahail did get a bye into the second round, which means they will be facing Al Ali. That is at 5:30 tonight. And we will have that game covered live on the channel. So it is a busy, busy evening of football. We've changed the schedule. We're not going to be doing the Tottenham-Chelsea match. We are doing the Club World Cup instead. So do keep your eyes out. Welcome to the stream, Jeffy777. He says, let's go, Tigres. Come on, Tigres. We're backing the boys. And join us in the stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Igalo's move, we knew that a few days ago. That's already a done deal. Andy put in the chat, Tigres 1-0, 89th minute goal for the Frenchman. I'm hoping, honestly, Andy, if Gignac scores... I'm going mental. If you're not a neutral on the channel, I have a massive affiliation with Gignac. Absolutely love him to death. One of my most heavily appreciated players of the last couple of years. So if he scores the winning goal here, it's going to get loud. So I'll take an 89th minute goal. Malaysia League says, which club do you support? By the way, I'm from Malaysia. Hi, welcome Malaysia League. Hope you're all good. I support Rotherham United in the... EFL Championship in England, so not necessarily the biggest club in the world. But in terms of who am I backing in this game, I am backing Tigres as the goalkeeper for Ulsan. Jong Hoon-woo just taking a little bit of time here to hit the ball up the pitch. Eventually, it's actually found its way all the way to the left back, Carlos Salcedo. Now, I'm looking at the lineups here. Apparently, it's Tigres as a 4-2-3-1 and Ulsan as a 4-2-3-1. So both teams matching up each other on paper. And it's a good learning experience for us all, because I think for a lot of us in the UK, we don't get to see these types of teams very often. We don't really see much K-League coverage in the UK. I think there's a couple of games which are streamed on YouTube for free. And we don't also get to see Liga MX football as well, which is not on in the UK, which I think is a real shame, because it would be nice to see some sides like Qatar and Tigres in Liga MX. But this is a great opportunity to not necessarily have a hipster match to watch, which I think a lot of people will call the Club World Cup right now. But Tigres are going to be a very tough side to break down. But Ulsan have got the pace, and I think we could see a few good counter-attacking chances from the away side. Ball's been lofted long towards Rodriguez, the Mexican right-back, who does try to get his head onto the ball, but in the end it was actually good work from Seol Wong-yu, who was able to just stop the Mexican from getting the ball and chuck it out of play for a throw-in. Chris has put, sorry, but isn't it pointless winning Club World Cup, Super Cup, because you really can't defend it, Liverpool, for example? No, because with the way it's changed, Chris, you will be able to defend it soon, because originally this tournament was going to be the 24-man Club World Cup, which, if you're not aware about it, it was supposed to be upgraded to a 24-team format, where a couple of the teams that have played in the competition in the past were going to be re-invited back into the Club World Cup. And that was going to kind of permanently be the way that it was going to run. And ultimately, in the end, because of COVID, that had to be delayed. So I think next year, we will be seeing it. I think next year we'll be seeing the 24-man format tournament come into play, which I'm looking forward to. And then you, of course, will be able to realistically defend your Club World Cup title. But I personally think that's the problem with especially the British mindset. I think a lot of people look at the Club World Cup and they think of it as a pointless, friendly tournament. 2 seconds. Apologies, just sneezed. I think a lot of people look in the UK as this is a friendly tournament. But if you look abroad, these teams from Brazil and Mexico and South Korea that make it through to these tournaments, it's massive for them. Because yes, I know you do get the little badge which says you're a FIFA club champion, realistically speaking. But for these teams, it is the biggest opportunity to face massive sides from across the world. The likes of Tigres and that, yes, they will face a couple of the big MLS sides in the CONCACAF Champions League. As I said before, Tigres winning the CONCACAF 2-1 actually. Gignac scoring the winning goal in the 84th minute after, I think it was Diego Rossi, who scored the first goal of the game to open the scoring. These teams want to face Bayern Munich. They want to test themselves against the very best in the world. And I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it. And I think a lot of people will look at games like, for example, Al Dahail Al Ali. They will look at it as a very boring game on paper. But fans are here in Qatar. Tickets were being sold. Of course, I don't think there'll be a great deal of people in the stadium, purely because of the lack of travel, I think, available to many people to get here. But you can see fans in the stadium, and that's the important thing. But first 10 minutes in here, Tigres just starting to dominate a little bit in this game, and it's going to be with Javier Aquino on the left wing, looking to drive forward and spray a ball towards Gignac. Good defending at the back from the Dutchman Boyting. And Unsung here, now going to try and see if he can get the Ulsan counter-attack going. And eventually the ball is put out of play. Good work there from Luis Rodriguez, who's just able to intercept a potential Ulsan counter-attack. Jordan's put already Neymar's signed a contract extension. I think it was announced yesterday, so unless anybody's not aware, then there you go, Neymar has signed a contract extension at PSG, which will be announced soon. But of course, it's all about today's big game at the Club World Cup. Big day of football on the channel, actually, with Al Dahail and Al Ali coming up a little bit later on. But chance here for Tigres to come forward again. Guido Pizarro on the left wing, going to play the ball into Aquino. Now spraying into the midfield to Carioca, the Brazilian midfielder. And Tigres just looking to slowly build up play here. Gignac plays the ball into Quinones. Back to Gignac, who's on the right wing. Good run from Gignac here. Sprays the ball into the box, but there's no one there. Going to eventually come down to Quinones, who's outside the box. Tries to get a tackle in the end, Quinones, to retrieve the ball. And it's actually Guido Pizarro who does very well to get the ball back. And Tigres will come forward once again here. If you are new, by the way, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscription. As I said, we are covering pretty much the whole Club World Cup on the channel. So if you can't access it, then we've got plenty of big games to come in the next few days. But big chance here for Tigres to come forward once again. It's going to be Meza who gives the ball away, but Rodriguez has got the ball back here. And it's Tigres, this last couple of minutes, who've just started to get a foothold of this match. Very, very 50-50 early on, and I think, you know, we spent the first kind of 5 minutes trying to sort out the whole ball situation. A couple of players kind of complained that ball was a little bit flat and deflated. But it's been a pretty decent start here for the Mexicans. Do you know who the commentary team? I don't know. Wait, are you watching on BBC, Carl? Because there's only one person on the commentary on the BBC right now for this game. Which is quite funny enough, because last year when Liverpool were in it, they had more commentators and people in the studio and everything. But because the English side didn't make it, they don't really care, which is a bit poor. John's asked in the chat, Chelsea versus Tottenham prediction, please, Josh. I'm going to go for a 0-0. And the reason why I'm going to go 0-0 is because every big game this season that's been hyped up has ended 0-0. So I'm going to say it ends 0-0. But a realistic prediction, 2-2. Neither team is going to be able to break each other down and get the winner. But there might be a few goals, I think. Especially with how Tuchel started in charge. They've started very, very good now, haven't they, Chelsea, on the front foot again a little bit more than they have in the last couple of weeks. Chris put, is Tigres from Mexico? Sorry, don't know much about these teams. They are indeed. Tigres is from Mexico, and Ulsan Hyundai is from the K-League. Good chance, though, maybe if a ball to be sprayed into the box from Mezat. Tries to spray it towards Guido Pizarro. Has made a drive-in run forward, but in the end, the referee has given a free kick to Ulsan Hyundai. And with the first 15 minutes past, it's not been the most amazing start to this game for Ulsan. Tigres really on the front foot in this match. And I do expect this to be quite a dominant performance, I would say, from Tigres. Because when you look at the two teams on paper, they have got quite a massive difference between the two sides. Daz, do you think it will ever come to England? Do you know what's an interesting question, Daz? I don't know, to be fair, because a lot of these competitions with the Club World Cups do tend to be played in like Qatar and Saudi Arabia. And nations like that. Of course, it's in Qatar this year as a bit of a practice for the stadium and preparations ahead of the World Cup taking place next year. But, I would have to say maybe one day it will. I don't think for quite some time. But usually, as I said, it all depends on whether the World Cup nation that's hosting it wants to host the tournament. Otherwise, I think sometimes it has come down to bidding for who wants to actually host the tournament. But I do think maybe one day we'll see it in England. I do think one day we'll see it in England. Josh's favourite prediction is 2-2. I love a 2-2. Chris has gone Tottenham 1, Chelsea 1, draw written all over it. 0-0 draw, I'm going to say. It's written all over it, but you never know. But also now just having a bit of spell of possession here early on in this game. It's going to be Bultuis and Kim at the back. Of course, there's quite a few Kims actually on the team. One of them being Kim Keehee. Just on the right back position, trying to spread the ball forward. Ulsan not able to get out of their own half here. Ball played back to the goalkeeper, Chong. Sorry, Zhou. I can't bloody speak. Zhou Huan Yu is what I wanted to say, not Chong. There's going to be a long ball sprayed up here, getting it towards Kim. And doesn't get it in there in the end. And a little chance there for Ulsan is eventually wasted. But if you're wondering who's any recognisable players on the Ulsan side, if you've got a bit of knowledge of European football, they do have on the bench Hinterseer, former Austrian striker from Hamburg and Bochum over the last couple of years. He's been an ever-present in the Bundesliga over the last kind of 2 or 3 years. He quite recently actually moved to South Korea. They've also got Lee Chung-yong, former Bolton man. although he's not been registered for this tournament. So a bit of a disappointing one there. We could have had a recognisable former player from the past in the Premier League, but Chung Yong wasn't actually put down for this tournament. And then if you are a little bit knowledgeable on the Brazilians, they also have Junior Negrão, who is a very good Brazilian striker, one of the best strikers in the K-League. And there's a bit of an effort there, and that was a real chance there. First big moment of the game, and it comes from the number 9, Ji Hyun Kim, the striker. Just outside the box, takes the shot on, low-driven effort on the volley after his throw-in. And Guzman just has to take the ball out of play. And that was a real good opportunity from Jun Young Kim there. He very nearly put that ball into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. And Ulsan here are going to have a corner. And the first set piece of this game, 18 minutes into the match. It's going to be taken by Yunbik Ghanem. And a few players from the back coming forward. Ki being one of them, the centre-back, alongside Bulthuis, the Dutchman. Ball's lofted in. And eventually, it's headed away by the French striker Gignac. Although Ulsan have got the ball back here. Could be a good chance for this ball to still be sprayed into the box. Bulthuis trying to get the ball back. And now there's a chance here for a potential counter-attack for Tigres. It's a 3-on-3. But you can see some of the Ulsan players coming back here. Is Gignac on the ball? Going to go for an effort. Good save from the keeper. Big save there in the end. And that was a real opportunity. Zhu Hyun-ryu with a good save. It was a powerful driven effort on goal. And a real chance for Tigres to take the lead in this match. And now it's just starting to become a little bit more of a end-to-end game in this last 5 minutes. Of course, we had a fairly slow start to this game. Kaz put, no, not watching it. Rather listen to your wonderful commentary instead. I'll be watching both semi-finals and the final on RTE2. You're an absolute legend, Kyle. Come on. We love the Club World Cup. As I said, there's so many underappreciated games. I think, you know, like last year we had, I think, Al Hilal. We had, I'm trying to remember the team that made the final. It was Flamengo, wasn't it, who made the final? Lost 1-0 to Liverpool. You know, there's so many decent teams that make it through. I would be quite interested to see if Tigres do make it through in this game, what a Tigres-Palmeiras game would be like, because that one would be quite an interesting game. Two South American sides. As there's a bit of a mistake at the back there, and it's the left back, Seoul, trying to spray the ball to the opposite side, to the right back, Kim, who just can't get the ball. And it's a cheap throwing given to Tigres here, who will look to just try and dominate this game once again. They had a good 5-minute spell a few moments ago. And Ulsan just trying to sneak their way back into the match. But if you're wondering why I say Kim so much, there are 4 players on the pitch called Kim. And 1 player on the bench that's also called Kim. So we could see at some point 5 players all called Kim on the pitch. So quite a few Kims today. The Kim family will be very proud. Chris has put, I wish they brought Club World Cup into FIFA. They've got every other tournament. Well, this is what Kyle said earlier. I think, where was his comment? I find it hilarious that this is a FIFA competition, but yet it's not in FIFA and it's on PES. Makes no sense, does it? Makes no sense. I think it's weird as well because, of course, it's all the different organisations. So you've got the CONCACAF, which is an organisation. You've got the CONMEBOL stuff, which is another organisation. It's not necessarily a FIFA competition, is it? The other ones that they're playing. But for this, it's a FIFA competition. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. But Manalo's in the chat. How you doing, buddy? He says, Tiger versus Tigre. Well, we're hoping Tigres will win this game. As I said, if you're new, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription. As I said, a little bit later on tonight, straight after this game, depending on if we go to extra time or penalties, you'll be able to join Simon and potentially Rowan live from 5:25. Al Dehail taking on Al Ali in the second round of the FIFA Club World Cup. So 2 Club World Cup games coming up on the channel tonight. There will be no Tottenham-Chelsea watch-along now, just because we've got 2 watch-alongs back-to-back. So do stick about on the channel, because instantly this game is done, you know, it'll be about 5 minutes, and then Simon and Rowan will be going live with the Tigres, not Tigres match, with the Al Dehail match. So do keep your eyes out for that. Chris point, we just need Kim Hybrex to play in this game to make it more Kims. Yeah, any more Kims. If we had a team of 11 Kims, then it made my life easy. I could just say, Kim passes to Kim and Kim scores. You wouldn't know which Kim, but at least we know that there's a goal in there. But now let's put Tigres to win 2-1. Viva Tigres. Viva Tigres. Come on, Mexicans. We love it. Up the Andre Pierre-Gignac. One of the best French strikers there's ever been. And I'll tell you what he's done for Tigres as a club is massive. He will go down as a club legend. At the age of 35, although there's going to be a chance here for Ulsan Hyundai, Kim on the left wing. Trying to spray a ball into Byung Yoon. He tries to flick a ball into the striker, Kim, number 9. Just can't get it in the end. And it will be a corner for Ulsan Hyundai. Good opportunity. It's going to be played in by Yunbit Gram, the number 10 for Ulsan. And in fact, it won't be played in. They're going to swap the players here. So a bit of a change in the... Oh no. It will actually be Bit Gram who takes it. I don't know what was going on there. It looked like somebody else was going to come and take it. But he's actually run back to take the corner. So good opportunity in the game for Ulsan from set piece. They've got a very good player. They've got Bulthuis, the Dutch. I think he's 6'3", 6'4", quite a tall player. And there's a chance, and there's a goal! Ulsan have taken the lead. That is absolutely brilliant. And it's from the set piece, and it's come from, I think, Kim Ki-hee, the number 23, who's just put the game into the lead for Ulsan Hyundai. And I've got to say, it's 1-0 in this game. It's a really good run from Kim Ki-hee towards the near post. I've got to say, maybe a little bit questionable positioning from Guzman. But Ulsan Hyundai take the lead in this game. And it is Kim Ki-hee, the number 44, who makes a brilliant run at the near post. And just like that, we've got the first goal of this game. And that was a beautifully worked set piece from the South Korean side. Straight off the training ground, that was, Simon says. It was beautifully worked. And it's the captain, Kim Ki-hee, who puts Ulsan Hyundai into the lead in this game. 1-0. Tigres have got some work to do. Of course, the winner of this game is going to play Palmeiras. But although, coming forward here, ball lofted towards Quinones in the box. And in the end, he's going to get a play for a goal kick. But brilliantly worked set piece from Ulsan Hyundai. The run from Kim Ki-hee, as Simon said, it was straight off the training ground. Perfectly executed. Guzman, as I said, maybe a little bit questionable in terms of how far he was positioned to his right-hand side of the post. Did allow Kim Ki-hee a great deal of space to head the ball into. But in the end, I don't think you can take the credit away from how well organised that was. And Ulsan Hyundai find themselves in the lead in this game, 25 minutes on the clock. Which, to be honest, with what was their real first major opportunity of the game, they've had a few little chances here and there. But Kim Ki-hee, the captain, has started off Ulsan's Club World Cup run. Potentially, I'm saying Club World Cup run in brilliant fashion. And that's the first goal of this tournament as well, considering we didn't have a first round fixture. There's been a few teams from the Asian side that have made the finals in the last couple of years. I remember Kashima Antlers made the final a couple of years ago. They played Real Madrid. And I think they only actually lost, I think it was by 1 goal. Played a very good game in the end against Real Madrid. Took them quite the way in that match. But we haven't had an actual winner for quite some time in this tournament that wasn't the Champions League winner. I think the last time I can remember a winner that wasn't from the UCL, it was Corinthians, all those years ago when they beat Chelsea 1-0. Oh, there's going to be a chance here for Hyundai to come forward again. It's going to be Kim, the number 9. Good driven effort on goal, and what a chance that was. Good save from Guzman in the end. It was about 30 yards out. Might have been hit straight at the keeper, but he had to get himself down low as the referee has blown for a free kick in a very good position here for Ulsan Hyundai. And it is the number 9, Kim, who was actually fouled. I think it's going to be Meza who fouled him there. And Ulsan Hyundai with a brilliant opportunity to maybe even make this too early on. And it's going to be Yunbit Gram who stands over the free kick, the number 10. Big moment this in the game. He put in the set piece a few moments ago to put his side into the lead. Is he about to maybe even sweep in a free kick and put it in the back of the net? Have United won it, Josh? They have in the past. Yes, Daz. United have won the Club World Cup in the past. Malaysia League saying, come on, Tigres. Still got plenty of time to get back into this match, of course. But Bunyat Graham, just standing over the ball here. I'm going to say it's about 30 yards out from goal. A few of the players standing over it as well. But I assume this is going to be hit at goal. So Bunyat Graham here takes the free kick. And in the end, it was hit towards the right-hand side of the near post. But this time, Guzman is aware to the situation. And it's a simple save. Malaysia League's asked me, who do you think will go to the final and become the champion? I think the final is going to be... I really want it to be Tigres Bayern. As I said, I've got an affiliation with Gignac, so I want Tigres to go and win it. I'm going to predict a Tigres Bayern final with Bayern Munich winning it. But only 2-1. It'll be a close game. I don't think we very often tend to see demolitions in Club World Cup finals. There's been a couple in the yesteryears, but I don't think we've necessarily seen a lot of games where teams are smashed up in finals. They are quite good occasions. I mean, we saw last year that 1-0 win for Liverpool against Flamengo, who could have quite easily had a couple of chances of their own in their matches that they played. As Zizou says, come on Ulsan, I bet you're absolutely buzzing right now. 1-0 lead for Ulsan. Brilliant goal from Kim Keehee. And then apparently Newcastle player John Linton has been fined £200 for breaching COVID regulations after he posted a photo of himself getting a haircut from a barber who was operating out of his garage. Well, it's Joe Linton, innit? Waste of space. I know Harry's not in the stream, so I can slag Joe Linton off. He's an absolutely terrible footballer. Well, I mean, that's probably been a bit harsh on him, but right now at Newcastle, he's not been a great player, has he? Not got a good ego as well, I think. But, that's Joe Linton for you. As Tigres here, half an hour into this game, are just looking now to put a bit more pressure on Ulsan Hyundai. Ball is currently with Rodriguez at the back. Going to spray it to former Porto man, Diego Resch. As I said, you might remember him from the past, seeing him at a few different European clubs over the last couple of years. As I said, Porto being one of the more recognisable ones that he's played at. But he's been all over the shop, Diego Resch. Been at Tigres for a few years now, but he's also a former Fenerbahce player. Played at Sociedad as well. So he has been all over the shop, but he's been at Tigres since 2019 and has been one of the ever-present players at the club since. As Meza at the back, who originally was actually set up to be a cam in this game, he's playing as a centre-back. So I think there's been a bit of a mistake in terms of the actual lineup setup. But Meza is at the back. So, been interesting there in terms of that. But just hearing as well, Meza is actually already played in this tournament before. Played in the Club World Cup back in 2014. Played only one game because of an injury that he picked up. But there could be a chance here for Tigres to come forward. It's going to be Duenas in the midfield. Plays the ball into Rafael Carioca, the Brazilian. And I'll tell you one player who's had a lot to do so far. It is definitely the right back, Luis Rodriguez, who's been on the ball quite a bit. Going to spray to Carlos Salcedo at the left-back position. Another one of Tigres' ever-present defenders. And well, he tries to spray a very speculative ball. I don't know where he was going with it in the end, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick. And you can see an absolute frustration on the face of Ricardo Ferretti, former Brazilian-born Mexican manager, who is been all over the shop himself in Mexico. Former actual Mexican international manager as well. Managed them quite recently in 2018 as a interim manager, I think. But he's been in Mexico pretty much for his entire career as a manager. So he's certainly got some experience. As for the other team manager, it is Hong Myong-bo. Probably never really heard of him. Played in LA Galaxy a couple of years ago, but he's been in South Korea pretty much for his entire managerial career. So there's the two managers today. Of course, as I said, Ricardo Ferretti, very frustrated with the pass then a moment ago from Salcedo. Not exactly what he wants to see from his Tigres side, who were about 15 minutes away here from going in 1-0 down at half-time. And they've not really done much so far, I have to admit. It's been a very, very sloppy start, and Ulsan Hyundai just happy right now to just let Tigres have the ball, because they're not really doing much with it. Although they're going to try and come forward now. It's Tigres going to play the ball into Carioca. He finds himself once again having to spray the ball back into the defence, and well, Resch is giving up the ball here, and now there's a chance for a potential counter-attack. And it was a real good opportunity for one to play the ball into Seol, the left back. But in the end, just a little bit too heavy there from one. And a bit of a chance wasted for Ulsan Hyundai. As another ball will yet again hit long from Rodriguez, this time into Aquino. Is a wasted opportunity, and a throw-in's going to be given in here to Ulsan Hyundai. It's not the most enjoyable start to a game. Of course, we've had a nice early goal in the match, but you do have to remember that Ulsan Hyundai haven't actually played a game since December. Of course, the Korean League not actually starting until March, so there's still quite a bit of time for them before they do start their league campaign. But they haven't played since December, so for them it is a little bit of an opportunity to get their fitness levels back up. Of course, South Korean clubs have been training quite a bit as well over the last couple of months, just get ready for when the season was going to start. So, these players haven't necessarily not played for months. They just haven't played a competitive match. As for Tigres, as I said at the start of the stream, there has already been, I think, about 7 or 8 match days played of the Liga MX. So most of the players are back up to full fitness. Although a few players were rested last week ahead of this big tournament. Although there's a chance here for Tigres to come forward. Ball from Aquino, trying to whip it into the box towards André-Pierre Gignac. Doesn't get towards him in the end, and it is cleared away by the left-back Seol. And another chance to counter-attack is wasted. Ball from Bultuis into Seol. And it's gone out of play for a Tigres throw-in. Welcome to the stream, Levi. Hope you're all good. He says hi. Don't really follow Club World Cup, but yeah. I don't think many people do, but as I said, I think in the UK, it's such an underrated tournament. People look at it as like a Mickey Mouse trophy. A lot of these South American clubs take this competition very, very seriously. And I understand why, because at the end of the day, it's still a trophy that, every club that wins it classes as a major title. Even if fans say it's something small, it's still a big title that you can put into your trophy cabinet. Especially for these smaller clubs, if they could come out and win this tournament, then it's a massive, massive trophy into their club's history. As Tigres get a free kick here, going to be a foul on Guido Pizarro. Going to be from the number 16-1. And there's going to be a free kick in a good position here, and it's the first set-piece opportunity of the game for Tigres. Not necessarily far out, close enough, to hit this on target. But André-Pierre Gignac is about 40 yards out from goal. He's standing over it. And I've got a feeling he's going to try and hit this. We'll have to find out in a moment. But I will answer your questions in the chat. Keep them coming throughout the stream. As Gignac takes the free kick. He's going to hit it. Oh, and he's gone for it. And what an opportunity that was. And I tell you what. There was so much power behind that free kick. He very, very nearly dipped into the back of the net. And in the end, good save from the Ulsan Hyundai goalkeeper, Jean Huan Yu. Just had to get a fingertip to it, or else that was going in the back of the net. As Gignac gets Tigres the first corner of the match. So it's going to be lobbed into the box here. Good cross. Comes towards the number 13. Which was Diego Resch, but in the end doesn't get towards him. Although Tigres have got the ball back. Spread into the box. Gets it towards Rodriguez. What a save from the keeper. That is a brilliant save. And another massive save from Jun Yon Yu, who keeps Tigres out. And that was a quality ball into the box. Really, really good save at the end. He has to rise high for the ball. Gets a fingertip onto it. And Juan keeps Ulsan Hyundai in the lead in this game. And it's just starting to liven up a little bit now, this match. As Tigres get another free kick, another corner in this game. With about 8 minutes of the second half left. Ball's going to be lofted in by Carioca. Tries to get it towards Gignac. Good chance! Gignac! Come on! Yes! Gignac scored. Let's go. It's 1-1. He's at the near post. And it's a brilliant tap in for the Frenchman. And the all-time top goal scorer puts the ball in the back of the net. And that is poacher's instinct. Header from Diego Reyes into the path of Andre Pierre-Gignac, who finds himself pretty much about 3 yards out from goal. It's a simple tap-in. And Andre Pierre-Gignac, one of the best strikers in Liga MX football, gets himself the goal, and we're back square in this match. 1-1. Come on, Gignac. Let's go. And you've got to say, in the last couple of minutes, a goal for Tigres was deserved. They were putting on the pressure to get a goal back in this match. And it is the all-time Tigres top scorer, Gignac, who gets a goal to his name. Go on, lad. Although now, Ulsan Hyundai looking to instantly take the lead in this game once again. Going to be a chance down the right-hand side with Kim, the number 23. Although Ulsan are just going to slow the game down. And we're in for an interesting match now. One apiece with a few minutes left. Tigres will be very happy that they've got a goal back in this game. But I'm just happy that Gignac's got a goal. What a man. All-time top goal scorer for the club. At the age of 35. And he's got absolutely no signs of slowing down as a player. Been such a crucial signing ever since they brought him in from Marseille 3-4 years ago. You know, he's an incredible player on his day. And as I said, I promised you'd get a reaction when Gignac scores. Tigres looking to come forward here once again, though. Might even have a chance here to make it 2-1 before half-time. It's going to be a ball to Luis Rodriguez, the right-back. With about 6 minutes left of this first half. If you enjoyed the watch-along so far, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscription. We will be covering the other Club World Cup second round match tonight, which is Al Dahail taking on Al Ali. Should be looking forward to that game. Should be a feisty one, I think, that one. That is about 5:30. Unless this game goes into extra time or penalties, then we might just have to miss the first little bit of that Club World Cup match. And we'll talk about it, of course, when it continues on. But we might not even have to have extra time here because Aquino going to try and spray a ball into the box here from the left wing. Doesn't get in the end. Good defending at the back from Kim. Although Carlos Salcedo tries to flick a ball into the box towards Gignac again for his second goal of the game. Doesn't get towards him and it's cleared by Bulthuis. And with 5 minutes left on the clock now, there's a real chance here for Ulsan to counter-attack. It's a 4-on-3. Although a few more Tigres players have got back on Ulsan. I think you're just looking here to take it to 1-1 at the break. And not allow this Tigres side any more momentum in this match. But Chris has put in the chat, do you think Liverpool have a better chance of winning the Champions League, the Premier League? As Atletico and Juventus, only teams in Champions League that play low block, we struggle versus low block teams. I don't think you're going to win it this year. I'm not going to lie, Chris. I think I've said that this year's Champions League is very hard to pick out a side that looks good. I think Manchester City right now probably look one of the better sides in the Champions League in terms of actual club form. You could, of course, put PSG up there just because PSG always play well. But I don't think, realistically, there's one of the big sides that is playing, you know, in the form of their life, apart from maybe Man City. Barcelona struggling a little bit at times. Real Madrid not necessarily playing to the same level as they have in the past. Juventus, very on and off at times. I'm trying to think of a few other teams as well. I mean, Atletico Madrid, I think, are a very good shout this year. Be interested to see how they do, of course. Doing very well in La Liga right now, top of the table, dominating the league. And I feel like maybe that kind of situation with the confidence of the players will come in handy for Simeone. You know, it was only last season we were thinking maybe Simeone was going to actually get sacked or he was going to leave, just because it felt like, you know, a very important transition period for the club. But I'm going to stop for a second here because Salcedo trying to whip it across towards the path of Gignac. He hasn't been able to in the end. And Bikram going to try and lead Ulsan on the counter-attack. Ball spread towards Kim on the right wing. Doesn't get to him in the end. And now Ulsan coming forward here again. Good opportunity from the left-back position. I've lost one of my screens. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Got it back in the end. So it's Seoul at left-back. But good defending in the end by Diego Reyes, who just stops the counter-attack We have about 2.5 minutes left of this game. It's going to be a free kick for Tigres in the defensive half of play. Going back to my point, I think, with Atletico Madrid, I think they've got a very good chance of winning it this year. They've finally got the team that they want. Suarez is finally kicking on a bit, which is good to see. Had a bit of a slow start to life at Atletico Madrid. He scored, I think, was it 2 goals on his debut, and then he just went a bit dry, but he's now hit form. João Felix is playing well. So, do you know what? I am going to put, I think, Atletico Madrid as one of the favourites to win it. And then, of course, you can never actually take out Bayern Munich winning it again. Maybe not being as ruthless in the last couple of months when it comes to club football. But there's something about that side. They do tend to turn it on when they need to. And I feel like they might do that again this year. Although there's going to be a chance here now for Ulsan to come forward. Going to be a good chance for Lee. Plays the ball into Kim, who's got a chance on goal. And it's a good block in the end by Meza at the back line for Tigres. And you think to yourself, if Kim, in that situation, Kim Ji-hyun had got a touch on the ball, we could have easily been saying it was 2-1 to Ulsan Hyundai at the break. Massive, massive moment there for the South Korean side to potentially take the lead before half-time. But I've got to say, Tigres always have one of the most beautiful kits in world football. It's such a beautiful kit. Such a beautiful kit. It's the blue stripe that makes it look so lovely. But going to be a throw in here for Ulsan Hyundai. And I think there'll probably be about 2 or 3 minutes of additional time in this game. Purely because, of course, we had at the start of this match that little interval where there was a few complaints about the ball being deflated. And funnily enough, I think they changed the ball once. And ever since then, they've never changed it. Which is strange because players were still complaining about that specific ball. But they seem to be rolling in with it. And it seems to be fine. As I would assume here, Tigres have got themselves a free kick. Aquino, former Mexican international, fouled by, I think it was Kim at the right back position, the number 23. And we've about 20 seconds left of the 45 minutes of normal time. Tigres looking to come forward here once again. Ball spread towards Quinones on the right wing. What's he going to do? He's got lovely trickery and footwork, although in this situation he's given the ball straight back to Seol. He tries to back heel it, and is in the end giving away a throw-in. Actually, no, he hasn't. He's given a throw-in to Ulsan, so he's alright in that situation. As there's 2 minutes of additional time added on, of course, for the incident at the very start of this match. Can we maybe see one of these sides take the lead before half-time and change the team talk of the opposition? It's not been a bad match so far, I have to say. Started off a little bit slow in the first 20 minutes. But ultimately, 2 goals in this first half is not bad at all from 2 very good-looking sides. Tigres, have dominated at points, but Ulsan have got a few very quick players on the side that look very hungry on the counter-attack. And the number 9 up top, Kim Ji-hyun, looks very, very hungry to score some goals in this game. And I do feel like with his movement so far, he's giving himself a fair few chances in this match to get a goal to his name, but the number 9 hasn't got anything yet, as we've got a minute left on the clock, and Guzman's just going to hit the ball long. Gets it into the path of Javier Aquino, and this might actually be an opportunity with 60 seconds left to maybe get a goal. Ball spread towards Gignac, who should have had a better touch on the ball. Although it's going to come back to Luis Rodriguez here. Spread back into the box. Cleared by the Dutch centre-back Bulthuis. And Tigres have still got the ball, and the referee is actually going to give a free kick here. And the free kick's been taken fairly quickly. Spread out to Javier Aquino on the left wing. Good defending in the end. Finds himself blocked off by Seol. Although it's going to be a corner here. And with about 25 seconds to go, Tigres have a corner. They scored from their previous corner. Can they do it again? Carl's asked, no disrespect to the teams, but do you see Bayern win this tournament comfortably? No. And the reason why I don't think Bayern will win this comfortably is because they've not necessarily been comfortable themselves in matches recently. But it depends who gets through, to be fair. But corner's gone in. Gignac gets his head on it. Calls for a handball. And, well, I think VAR's still there in the game. Although Quinones takes the shot on. And I think VAR will be having a check at that. And Tigres might have a call of a penalty here. Lots of players protesting for a handball. But, of course, they can't check it until the ball has gone out of play. In fact, referee stopped it. And we might have a penalty here just before half-time. Referee's been told to go to VAR. So this could be a big moment in the game with a shout of a potential handball in the box. Big moment in the game, this. So VAR taking a moment to intervene here. And it actually looks like it's a handball on Gignac. So I don't think that's going to be a penalty there. That's Gignac's hand it hits, I believe. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, look, just looking at a different replay. Kim Ki-hee, the goal scorer in this game, it actually comes off his hand. He's gone to head the ball. His hand's up. I think that's going to be given as a penalty. And the referee comes back from the monitor. And he's given a penalty. So, 3 minutes on the clock. Going to be a yellow card coming out for Kim Ki-hee for a handball. And the penalty here, just before half-time for Tigres, and the goal scorer for Ulsan might about to become from hero to villain. And a big moment in the game it's going to be. And just looking at the replay back now, it's the right decision in the end. I don't know why the arm is so... I know it's a natural movement to put the arm up as you jump, but I think he's unlucky in that situation, you could say. But big moment in the game here, because André-Pierre Gignac is standing over the spot, and it's going to be Huan Yu, who's had a few actually good saves in this match so far, looking to try and save Ulsan Hyundai before half-time. The record Tigres goal scorer. Can he bag another one in this match? Come on, Gignac, get it. So we're down to 4 minutes of additional time. And the referee blows his whistle. Gignac versus Jean Won Hu. Goes for it. And smashes it into the bottom left-hand corner. And Tigres have taken a 2-1 lead before half-time. And it's Gignac who gets his second of the game. Come on, my son. What a player. Goalkeeper wasn't even going to be able to save it. It's a good penalty in the end from the Frenchman. Blasts it down the left-hand side of the goal. It's an emphatic finish as the goalkeeper moves to the right-hand side. And before Ulsan Hyundai are even able to retake the goal kick, the referee blows his whistle. And at half-time, I do have to say, we've been treated to quite an interesting match so far. It all started off in the 24th minute of the match when Ulsan Hyundai were given one of the first set pieces in the game. It was a brilliant free corner that was played in by Yoon Bitgram, and it was a beautifully worked set piece that saw the centre-back and the captain of Ulsan Hyundai, Kim Ki-hee, getting himself onto the ball and slot the ball past at the near post. And Guzman wasn't able to save it. And he put Ulsan Hyundai into a 1-0 lead. And things were looking good for them. Tigres looking a little bit sloppy in this game. But after that, it then turned on its head. It all started off when André-Pierre Gignac found himself in the 38th minute with an opportunity from a corner. It was a header from Diego Reyes that found the path of the Frenchman. He was about 2 yards out from goal. And, well, it wasn't going to be a chance that Hyun Woo was going to be able to save in the goal. And in the end, Gignac got his first goal of the match. And then, as we just saw a moment ago, just before half-time, let me turn the actual timer off. Just before half-time, we saw a moment ago the referee being told to go to the monitor by VAR for a potential handball. And it turned out that the goal scorer for the first goal of the night, Kim Ki-hee, had given away a handball. So he's been booked by the ref. And a little bit of late additional time drama in the first half allowed Tigres the chance to take a 2-1 lead, which, of course, André-Pierre Gignac bagged a second goal, and he's on for he's on for a hat-trick in the second half. But we love Gignac, as I said. What a player. And he's having a very good performance so far. In a game that currently stands at Tigres 2, Ulsan Hyundai 1. And if you are wanting to watch the match, Ashok Lambert, it's on BBC iPlayer. If you're in the UK, it's on BBC iPlayer for free. I would highly recommend sticking it on in the background because it's been a very good game so far. Both sides looking dangerous, of course, with this game. Taking place in Qatar ahead of the World Cup in 2022. But let's take a quick moment to have a look at what's still to come on the channel over the next few days because we've got something still coming up tonight. Straight after this match, depending on if this game goes to extra time or penalties, you'll be able to join Simon and Rowan live from 5:25 for the other second round fixture. That sees Al Dahail taking on the Egyptian champions Al Ali. Then on Friday morning, it's A-League Friday mornings live. Adelaide United taking on Perth Glory. Rowan will be live from 8 AM for that match. We've got a live watch-along. That's going to be Sunday. I'm going to be covering Liverpool-Manchester City. What a game that could be. That's on Sunday at 4:20. And then for those of you, of course, who watched the first leg of that Juventus-Inter Milan match, we're going to be back for the second leg next week. That's Wednesday, 7:35. It's going to be with myself and Adam and potentially also Kieran L. We'll have to find out, of course, whether he's going to be available for that or not. So there's a bit of a look at some of the content coming up this weekend. There's still some stuff not announced yet, so there might be a few extra streams at the weekend, including potentially the Club World Cup. But as for now, Tigres in a 2-1 lead, looking, I would have said, okay. I'm not going to say fairly strong in this match. I think they've looked pretty decent at times, but we've seen in certain stages, Ulsan have had a few good opportunities of their own. It was the number 9, Kim Ji-hyun, who's looked very dangerous at times. And has had a fair few opportunities. He had a chance which was about 35 yards out from goal that he hit with quite some power that Nathaniel Guzman had to save. But apart from that, they've had one or two little opportunities elsewhere. Yunbik Garam had a free kick from about 30 yards out, which was hit towards the right-hand side of the post, which Guzman was able to tip away. But in the end, Ulsan looking okay on the counter-attack. They've still got some work to do, though, if they want to get back into this match. Of course, if this game does finish 2-2 or 3-3, vice versa, after 90 minutes, we will be going to extra time or penalties. We could maybe even see another half an hour of action. But in terms of the actual stats for the game, Tigres, they've had 8 shots, 5 on target. As for Ulsan Hyundai, they've had 4 shots, 4 on target. So it has been a good game. There's been a lot of opportunities from both sides, and I think you've got to give a little bit of a credit to Ulsan because, you know, as I said earlier, they've not played since December. So quite some time in terms of them actually playing a match of competitive football. As for Tigres, they've been playing in Liga MX for quite a few weeks now. So they're back up to the usual fitness levels that they would be. But Ulsan Hyundai kind of treating this as a bit of a, not necessarily as a friendly, but a bit of an opportunity to get the fitness levels back up. And well, you can see them in this game maybe getting 1 or 2 goals if Tigres look a little bit, have a few little sloppy moments in the game. But in terms of the actual possession stats, Tigres 59% possession to Ulsan Hyundai's 41%. And then, of course, we've only had 1 yellow card in the game, which did come a few moments ago to Kim Ki-hee, as he was seen for the, I think it was the red, not the yellow card, sorry. It was a yellow card for the handball, which we saw not too long ago. But as I said, we've got still plenty more stuff to come on the channel over the next couple of hours. Simon and Rowan will be live with the Al Dahail Al Ali Watchalong, and for those 2 teams, the winner of that game will be coming up against the Champions League winning Bayern Munich. So quite an opportunity for either of those 2 sides to come up against the Champions League winners Bayern Munich. And if you don't know about Al Ali, a very good Egyptian side, got very, very dedicated fans. In fact, there was a very popular poll that was run a few weeks ago for best club of the year. It was, I can't remember. It was a very good business that run it, and Al Ali fans actually got them to win the vote by just all consistently voting. So that's how passionate these fans are. And they're going to be coming up against Qatari side Al Dahail, who themselves are doing quite good. Won the actual Qatari League, which because of the World Cup being hosted in Qatar, it allowed one of the Qatari sides to go through to the tournament. And in the end, it was Al Dahail, as they won the Qatari League last year, which allowed them to go through to the Club World Cup. So that's why they're in the tournament. And they've got a few recognisable players. One of them is Mehdi Benatia, former Juventus man, of course, as well as Roma player. He's a Moroccan centre-back. He could be at the back today for Al Dahail, but we'll have to find out a little bit later on tonight. So that is at 5:30 kickoff. The boys will probably go live about 5 minutes before the game. That should be with Rowan and Simon. Simon's definitely on it, but I don't know about Rowan yet. Hopefully we'll be on it a little bit later on, so we'll have to find out with that. But that is at 5:30. We do have the second half coming up in a little bit. Daz, are you going to try and get Will on Sunday with you, Josh? I don't know, to be honest, Daz. I'm probably not going to confirm who's on it until it's actually just streamed live, purely because we've got so much stuff going on right now. Not just with the website content, that it's going to be quite tough to pick out who's doing what until the next few days. But I will definitely be on there, I think, on Sunday. But anything could change over the next couple of days. But let's have a look at the benches and see who can maybe make a difference in this match, because so far I don't think Tigres actually need to make any changes in this game. They played really, really good at times. They had that kind of 10 or 15 minute spell where they dominated the match, and it looked like they got a real opportunity to push forward and maybe get a few more goals in this game. But ultimately 2-1 up now, which is the important thing for them. Looking very, very good in this match, and you can see on the bench, not necessarily any recognisable players for the neutral, but you can see the likes of Hugo Ayala, who is a Mexican defender. He's been at the club for a few years now. He could come on maybe a little bit later on in the match and maybe make a difference if they do need a defender. They've also got Julian Quinones, another Colombian winger. I don't know whether he's actually linked family-wise to Luis Enrique Quinones. If anybody knows in the chat, then you'll have to tell us. But he could come on as well. They've got likes of Aldo Cruz, Juan Jose Sanchez Porata. So as I said, not necessarily recognisable players for the neutral, but a few different players that could maybe come at some point and make a difference in this match. As for the away side, unfortunately, no Lee Chung-yong available for them in this tournament. He was supposed to be joining them, but he hasn't in the end. But you can see a few of the players. One of them being Lucas Hinterseer, a very recognisable former Bundesliga player. He was at Bochum a few years ago. Also at Hamburg as well. He could maybe come on in the match and make a difference up top. And then they also have Jason Davidson, who's an Australian defender, formerly of the A-League, who is playing in the Club World Cup. So Ron will be quite happy about that one. So a few different players that could maybe come on at some point in this match and make a difference. But overall, currently as this game stands, it's Tigres 2, Ulsan Hyundai 1. If you've got any other questions in the chat, do put them in. But as for now, just going to take a quick moment to have a break. We'll be back before the players come out for the second half. So take yourself 2 or 3 minutes to just get yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself some food. It's only 3 o'clock on Tuesday, Thursday afternoon. And we'll be back in about maybe less than 5 minutes, ready for the second half. Who knows what's going to happen. It's Tigres 2, Ulsan 1. Back in a few moments. A big thank you for those of you that have stuck around. We are back. Hopefully you had a good moment to get yourself a break there, get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever you're drinking at this time. I guess it's it's 7 o'clock somewhere in the world, so if you're drinking a bit of alcohol, then I don't blame it at all. But we're about to get back underway in a moment's time for this second half of the Club World Cup second round fixture between Tigres and Ulsan. And if you've missed the first half, then you've missed what has been a really, really enjoyable game so far. Started off, as I said, at the beginning of the match, around 24 minutes into the game. The captain, Kim Ki-hee, put the ball into the back of the net from a corner that Ulsan Hyundai whipped in. It was, as Simon said in the chat, it was a straight off the training ground technique. Really, really well worked. And in the end, a brilliant, brilliant goal for the captain. But then things went just a little bit pear-shaped for Ulsan. First of all, in the 38th minute, Tigres made the most of a corner themselves. It was a set piece that got onto the head of Tigres and eventually found the path of Gignac. It was about 2 yards out from goal, and he put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1 in this game. And then just before half-time, literally with about maybe 5 seconds left of the 2 minutes of additional time, the captain, Kim Ki-hee, who scored the goal at the start of the game, went from 0 to 0 after, unfortunately for him, getting handball, which meant that André-Pierre Gignac had the opportunity to be able to put the ball into the back of the net and get himself 2 goals at half-time. And we've had a substitution at half-time. Mera, the centre-back, has come off for Gonzalez, so a change at the back there for Tigres. I think there are 5 substitutions in the Club World Cup. But ultimately, both players back out onto the pitch. Referee just checking the watch, ready to get this game underway. As Ulsan Hyundai just having a little bit of a team talk, a bit of a team huddle before we get back into this match. But André-Pierre Gignac, 2 goals to his name so far. He will looking for a Club World Cup hat-trick. Not many players can say that, probably because not many players have actually played in this competition. But Gignac, with 45 minutes left, can he guide his side towards the semi-finals? The winner of this game, of course, playing the Copa Libertadores winners Palmeiras. If you're wondering when that game is taking place, that game will be coming up. I believe it is on Sunday at 6 o'clock. But we're underway now. 45 minutes is all that separates Tigres from the FIFA Club World Cup semi-final. But Ulsan Hyundai will not go out of this game without a whimper, I think. I think there'll be more goals to come in this game. Both teams, having a very good start to their Club World Cup campaign. But one of them will be going home after only 90 minutes. The question is, who is it going to be? Slight reshuffle, as I said, at the back for Tigres. In terms of the teams, it's Guzman in goal, Gonzalez, Salcedo, Reyes and Rodriguez at the back. Duenas, Carioca and Pizarro in the midfield, with up top Quinones on the right, Aquino on the left, and André-Pierre Gignac with his 2 goals up top. As for Ulsan Hyundai, for those of you wondering, is Yu Won Yu in goal. Left back is Seol Won Yu, alongside the 2 centre-backs, Dave Bultuis, the Dutchman, and Kim Ki-hee, the goal scorer, with Kim Tae-hwan at right back. Midfield 3 of Shin Hyung-min, Du Jae-won, and Bikram Yoon has been pretty good in this game so far. That's the midfield 3. And then up top, left wing is Kim In-sung, right wing Ji Hyun Kim, and then up top, he's been pretty dangerous in this match so far. Dong Jun Lee, he's only 24, had a very, very good game, and he's looking to try and get himself on the score sheet and make this a level match. So it should be a fairly interesting affair. And if you're wondering for any of the interesting affairs, as we said before the break, do not go anywhere tonight, because literally about 5 or 10 minutes after this is done, depending, of course, on if we go to extra time or not, then you can see on your screen now, we've got an Al Dahail versus Al Ali Watchalong. That's the other game of the second round. Rowan and Simon will be live for that at 5:25. That all, of course, depends on if this game does or doesn't go into extra time. So, Aquino coming forward here. First real opportunity of the game for Tigres to come forward in this second half. Tigres, of course, been very attacking in this game so far, and we're quite hopefully waiting to see if Gignac can get himself a hat-trick to his name, and maybe to make his side go through to the semi-finals. I'm hoping, of course, they come up against Bayern Munich in that final, which is going to be taking place, I'm pretty sure it is on Thursday at 6 o'clock, I think. Thursday, 11th of Feb. So still quite some time before then. Another week. But who knows? They've still got a few games to go through here, Tigres. But Ulsan looking to come forward here. Their first little spell of the second half. Ball coming towards Kim, the right back, number 23. He's blitzing forward. Real good run. And what a ball into the box in the end. Trying to get it towards the other Kim, which is the number 9. Can't get to him in the end, although they've got the ball back, and it's going to be Shin here. Plays it out to the right towards Division Lee. Calling for a foul in the end by the referee. He's going to say no to that, but play will continue. And the ball just being occupied currently by Wonduje. And now the referee is going to give a free kick in the end. And it's Yoon Bikram who's just gone down about 35 yards out from goal. Going to be a foul in the end there from Carlos Salcedo. And this is in a very decent free kick position to whip this into the box. And well, Salcedo's protesting the referee, but I don't think he's got any calls there to be able to protest that. But it's going to be Yoon Bikram, who's been really dangerous so far on set pieces. He's going to put this into the box, and yet again, both Ki-hee Kim is coming up, and Bultwis comes towards Kim again, and it's cleared in the end by Carioca. And the ball will actually find itself landing at the feet of Guzman, the Argentinian goalkeeper, as we're about to reach the 49th minute of this match. But Kim Ki-hee very nearly getting himself onto the score sheet yet again. He's been pretty dangerous so far on the set pieces. Can't find any info regarding Julian Quinones and Luis Quinones being related. Maybe it's just it's probably just a very popular name in Colombia, isn't it, Quinones? But I know Julian Quinones. Which one is it? Is it Luis who's on the pitch right now? Yeah, I know Luis Quinones. He's a very paced player in real life, very quick. But I didn't know whether they were both related or not. But thank you very much for asking our question. As we've got a chance here for potentially another corner for Ulsan Hyundai, Carlos Salcedo in a real fight with the number 11 Dongjun Lee. And Dongjun just going down here, just looking to see whether this may be a good tackle in the end. And it is. He does get the ball, Carlos Salcedo. Bit of a crunching tackle. But I think Dongjun should be okay. As Yoon Bikram prepares himself for a corner. Although Dongjun is still down here, the number 11. And just trying to, of course, sort out Dongjun here. Apparently the medics weren't allowed to come onto the field of play, which is a bit of a weird one. Surely you'd allow them on to sort out the issue, but they're on the pitch now anyway. Just trying to sort out Dongjun. And hopefully he's not too seriously injured. It was a fairly crunching tackle in the end, but might be a little bit of a limp for a bit here for Dongjun. And in fact, that's a very big limp. Whether he's going to be able to continue or not here, I don't know, but we'll have to see, of course. Give him a few minutes to be treated on the sidelines. But Yoon Bikram here with the free kick. Sorry, the corner even. 51 minutes into the match, they scored from this exact situation. Ball's lofted into the box. But this time, it's comfortably cleared away by Guido Pizarro. And there'll be no corner goal for Ulsan Hyundai this time. But a good start for the South Koreans here, who looked quite alright actually in that first half. To say they've not played much football recently, they're looking very strong. In fact, their last match was played on the 19th of December. That was the AFC Champions League final, which they won 2-1 against Persepolis. Junior Negrao scoring the goal in that game. He's actually not at the club anymore. He's a free agent, so a big loss to the club there. But Chase Athletic saying Gignac best striker in CONCACAF. Absolutely, Chase. Completely agree with you on that. One of the best strikers I think Mexico has ever had. Just for what he brought to Tigres a couple of years ago from his move from Marseille. He's an absolutely incredible player. And funnily enough, Chase Athletics, I've got quite a big affiliation with Gignac. Absolutely love the guy. So I'm backing Tigres all the way in this tournament. Been for years. Oh, absolutely. Ever since he moved there, he's been an incredible player for the club. And for what he's done for Tigres, to boost their profile, is massive. Absolutely massive. And as I said, I do hope they make the final. I'd love them to win it. But they've got to get through this game first. As there's a chance here for Ulsan Hyundai to come forward. Ball from the right-hand side being sprayed into the path of Lee, who's now back onto the pitch, which is good news. But nothing comes of it in the end. Yoon Bikram, though, has got the ball back here. As Ulsan try to slowly build up play, but the ball has eventually gone out of play. and it's going to be Kim Tae-hwan who's just had a touch, which sent the ball out of play and out for a Tigres throw-in. So, bit of a few wasted opportunities in terms of everything that's gone on for Ulsan. They've had a few good moments in this match where they've had chances to push forward, but a few sloppy passes have allowed cheap throw-ins for Tigres. And another one there, actually, it's literally as I just say it, giving the ball again to Tigres. And considering Tigres manager, who is Ricardo Ferretti, was very annoyed about half an hour ago. You can see much more of a smile on his face now, after his side have taken the lead, of course. In the fourth, it was actually the 5th minute, of additional time in the first half, when Gignac smashed the ball into the back of the net to get his second of the game. Chase, I would like Al Ali, even though it's a tough ask. Do you know what the thing is, Chase? Like that game's going to be a tough one, because Al Ali, I think I looked at the stats and that Al Ali have actually not lost a game since August last year. Which, yes, I know we've had COVID and stuff, but they have played a lot of games since that point. So they're on a really, really good run of form, which is expected. You know, they're the biggest side in Egypt. But, you know, Al Dahail themselves, they won the Qatar League. They won the Qatar Cup as well, the Super Cup that they have, beating Al Sadd 4-1, which was a massive victory, Al Dahail, for them. You know, Al Sadd and Al Dahail being the two kind of big sides of the Qatari League right now. So both teams coming into it with a lot of form. And it should be a bit of a feisty game, to be fair. Passionate fans as well. No doubt will be in the stadium a little bit later on. So should be a good game to look forward to. As I said, that one's at 5:25 when the boys will go live. So not too long to wait for that. But I do think that one will be an interesting game on paper. Two very feisty sides. And well, when you've got a chance to play Bayern Munich in the next round, you're going to want to try and give it your all to face the likes of Lewandowski and Thomas Muller, to name a few of the world-class stars that they've got. Bernardo asked, did Ulsan win the K-League or win a cup to gain entry? Basically, the way that the Club World Cup works, Bernardo, is it's all of the biggest competitions across world football. So the CONCACAF Champions League, the AFC, the Asian Champions League. So basically, the way that Ulsan came through is that they won the Asian Champions League. They beat Persepolis 2-1. As for Tigres, they won the CONCACAF Champions League. They beat them 2-1 LFC in the end. So they all come from the biggest competitions in world football. So it's all the big Champions Leagues and stuff like that. The only exception is Al Dahail. And the reason why Al Dahail are in this competition is because the World Cup is being held in Qatar, and because the competition is being held in Qatar, Qatar are allowed to have one team enter the competition. And I think the way that they worked it is that the winner of the Qatari League was the team that was going to go through to the Club World Cup. So Al Dahail won the league by a few points over Al Sadd, and that allowed them the entry into the tournament. So a few different ways of clubs coming into it, but certainly interesting tournament. I personally find it. I was talking to Simon last night, who's actually going to be doing the other watch along in a little bit tonight. I said that this competition is so underappreciated. You know, for these clubs, the likes of the Tigres and the Ulsans, they, one, have a great chance to play against some of these teams they never would usually face, and two, it's an opportunity for them to get the potential badge on their shirt. You know, as much as we always think of the Champions League clubs winning it, you've only got to look back a couple of years ago when Corinthians beat Chelsea. What a big result it was for them. And it's the badge on the shirt, alongside a major trophy that would go into these clubs' cabinets. And although it's very tough and it's a tough ask, especially coming up against teams like Bayern Munich, you never know what happens. This, you know, for these players, this is their equivalent of the Super Cup, isn't it, pretty much? And fair play to them. And this is why it's been a good game so far, as Ulsan Hyundai just having a bit of a spell of possession here, 57 minutes on the clock. Long ball's been sprayed into the path of the... Oh, what a goal! How about that? That is an absolute screamer. I don't think he's going to count. Oh, it's not going to count. I cannot believe what he's just done there. A bicycle kick. Kim Ji-hyun. And that was a real opportunity. And I tell you what, VAR needs to check that. Oh, it was such an opportunity for the number 9, Kim Ji-hyun. It was a long ball from Bultwees, lofted all the way up to the number 9, Kim Ji-hyun. He chests it down, he hits it on a bicycle kick, and it went into the back of the net. And it's not going to count. Oh, it would have been an absolute screamer of a goal. And in the end, it was checked by VAR. And it's not going to count. But what a goal that would have been. I said earlier on in this game, he looked really hungry to get a goal in this match. And that would have been an absolute belter of a finish. But it's ruled out. Which is a real shame. A real shame indeed. Where's the clock, Josh? My bad. Let me put it back on the screen. I forgot to actually put it on. I'll update it to the 58th minute. So give me 2 seconds. So it'll be on your screen in a moment. There we go. Back on your screen again. Apologies about that. But what a chance that would have been. And now it's going to be Tigres who come forward here. Ball lofted in from Rodriguez. Does it get to anyone? And now there might be another chance here for Ulsan Hyundai to counter-attack. And it's going to be Dongjun Lee, who's brain forward. Look at that run from him. Flicks the ball into the box. And in the end, it's going to be easily gathered by Guzman, who's going to try and push Tigres on the attack once again. But this pace of the game has picked up. First kind of 10 minutes, it was a bit of a slow start to the second half. But in the last 5 minutes, it's just picked up. A little bit more end-to-end this game is now. And you can see, as much as Tigres have got a good team on paper, they've been opened up a few times by Ulsan today. But what a chance that was. I don't know if anybody else is watching the game on the side, but what a goal that would have been. The bicycle kick to equalise in the match. It would have been an absolutely sumptuous finish. And this is why I hate the rule of football now, where you've got to play on in the match and not put the flag up until the phase of play is finished. It was a tight offside, but it was the right decision in the end. But I still feel like we're being robbed of a goal, even though it was the correct decision. When you get a goal like that disallowed, you kind of want to see it stand. But I tried to follow the K-League when but I'm asleep when it's on. Incheon United. I know in the UK they've started to do now. I think it's Copper 90 who start to stream one K-League game a week on their YouTube. So there is a little bit more coverage now in the UK for K-League football, but not a great deal. I got confused and thought I'd only have to wait without extra time, 30 minutes and not 1 hour 30 minutes. I can't wait that long for the next match. Yeah, still some time to wait for it. Still some time to wait for it. If we go to extra time, of course, then we won't have too long to wait. But yeah, we've only got 30 minutes left. To be fair, they won't go live straight away then. I completely forgot. And then Chasers put Al Ali coach won the CF Champions League twice. Different teams, which is mad, isn't it? As I said, I don't know what you think about that game, Chase, but I think it'll be a tough match. I do see goals in it, but I see a close fought game. And to be fair, this has been a closely fought match as well. Was the assistant to Brazilian World Cup winning coach in '94 at 2020 South Africa World Cup, which is interesting. I always do feel like with the Club World Cup, you find a few players that are from the past that you maybe don't know a great deal about where they've gone in their career. But this is brilliant run from Quinones. Tries to flick the ball into the box. Surely now Aquino gets the header. Bicycle kick from Gignac, and he's just saved. And well, it's going to be a blow in the face, I think, for Quinones. It's actually been Aquino's had a blow to the face, and there's going to be a few of the medics coming on. But Gignac trying to go with an attempt of his own from a bicycle kick, and it wasn't the most powerful effort compared to the bicycle kick we saw a moment ago from Ulsan Hyundai, but he just got a decent enough connection, although it did go straight into the hands of the Ulsan Hyundai goalkeeper Ju Hwan Yu. But a clash of heads there from Aquino. I think it was trying to see who just had a clash in the head there. It was number 44 King Ki Him, which is the goal scorer, of course, for Ulsan Hyundai. So hopefully both players are going to be all right here. Does mean we're going to get a break in play, which means I can plug what is to come on the channel. If you are new, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscription. If you are new to the channel, we're just seeing the offside, and it is the right decision in the end. It's the knee that's offside. But we've got loads of stuff still to come on the channel. As I said, after this watch along tonight, we've got another big game coming up. That's at 5:25. It's going to be Al Dahail taking on Al Ali. So you don't want to miss that, of course, if you're into the FIFA Club World Cup right now. That's going to be with Simon and Rowan. And then we've got Friday morning, it's our A-League live watch-alongs, Adelaide United taking on Perth Glory. That is from 8 AM with Rowan. And then, of course, weekend action sees Liverpool taking on Manchester City. That's on Sunday night at 4:20. Can't wait for that game. And then if you watched our Coppa Italia watch-along last week, you'll know we're going to be covering the second leg. Juventus taking on Inter Milan currently. That game is a brilliant match to watch. That first leg was 7:35, going to be with me, Adam, and potentially Kieran L. But it's Juventus, of course, with a 2-1 lead in that match. But let's put, is that the keeper? Is the keeper that is in today's one? The one that was from the last World Cup. Great keeper, him. I believe, if I'm correct, it is. I'm going to have a check now to see it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And I can answer your question by saying in that South Korea game, when they played Germany and won in absolutely bonkers fashion, it was Jo Hwon-yu. It is indeed. He's the goalkeeper in goal, 29 years of age. Very good keeper, actually. And you are spot on, Benaldo. He was the goalkeeper at the World Cup, but not looking good here for Javier Aquino. He's going to be taken off on a stretcher here. And a few worried-looking faces. One of them being Gignac. The other being Guida Pizarro. And we don't like to see this. It looks like Aquino's going to be coming off here on a stretcher. And this is a real shame. You don't want to see stuff like this in the match, but it was a real bad clash of heads between himself and Kim Ki-hee. And it's going to be Aquino comes off on a stretcher here. And the good news is he's moving okay. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but you never like to see any players come off on a stretcher. So Aquino's going to come off here. And coming on is Fulgencio, who is coming on. 20-year-old player. Raimondo is his full name. So, really nice name there. Raimondo Fulgencio, which is a beautiful name. A beautiful name indeed. He's going to come on in place of Javier Aquino. Only 20 years old. Midfielder. Quite recently actually joined the club from Veracruz this year. So, a big opportunity for the 20-year-old to make his name in the Club World Cup. But we're also going to see a substitution here from Ulsan Hyundai. It's going to see In Sung, the number 7, come off. And coming on in this game now is the number 17, Sung Jun. So a few changes for both sides as Ulsan look to try and push for an equalising goal in this game. And, well, they'd already got that equalising goal. An absolute screamer. A bicycle kick scored from Kim Ji-hyun, but it was disallowed, rightly so, for an offside call, which was a real shame. But we're back underway now. 25 minutes left on the clock here. As I said, if you're on here, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscription. We are pushing towards 1,900 subscribers on this channel. But with 25 minutes left, if we do get an equaliser, we will be going to an extra half an hour and maybe even penalties. But what a game it's been so far. Brilliant match to watch with 3 goals, a bicycle kick, and a few other interesting moments in the match. As it looks like here, Ulsan looking to come forward on this left-hand side of the pitch, and the substitute that's just come on a moment ago, Kim Sung-jun, looking to push forward here. Although good defending at the back from Karioka just stops any chance of a potential Ulsan Hyundai attack. Carl's put in the chat the link to the website. Thank you very much, Carl. I did actually forget to plug a few of the social media links. If you do want to follow us on our social media links and keep up to date when we're live, you can see our Twitter is @the_top_corner. And our Instagram is _sportscorner_. So you can keep up to date when we go live on there. And with the link in the chat as well, do click what Carl's put. We have a website which we launched quite recently. It's thesports-corner.com. We've got new articles available every day, including a wrestling preview by Rowan. And we've also got a potential FUT Future Stars potential candidates to look at when that promotion comes out on Fridays. So do check out our website. It is greatly appreciated for all of you guys that have already checked it already. And if you haven't, if you've got a spare 10-15 minutes, then go out and check it. It's well worth checking out. But we're back underway here. And it's going to be Bultuis just trying to push Ulsan Hyundai forward. And might actually just allow an opportunity here for Tigres to maybe get a third in this game. It's going to be Gignac, about 40 yards out from goal. He's got no one to play the ball to. Eventually Gets it out to the 20-year-old youngster. Forgot his name for a second there. It's Fulgencio. And I think the referee's going to play, and I thought it was going to be a free kick there in the end. It looked like in that situation that I think there'd been a foul, in my opinion, but apologies about that. Referee not giving anything in the end. It's going to be an Ulsan Hyundai throw-in. With 23 minutes left. Time running out for Ulsan Hyundai. Can they get an equalising goal, or else they will be going home from Qatar fairly quickly? As the first yellow card comes out for Tigres, it's going to be Luis Rodriguez, who had quite a pretty hefted first half of football. Was on the ball quite a lot. He goes into the book, and that's going to be a yellow card to the Mexican fullback, Luis Rodriguez, who's had quite a good game so far. And that was, it was quite clearly a poor tackle there on Dongjian Lee, the number 11. He's had quite a few tackles on him today. Thought he was going to potentially be coming off at some point. He was limping quite badly earlier on, but luckily he's been able to stay on the pitch. As Kyle put in the chat, hope he's okay. Wishing him well. But another good run here by the number 9, Ji Hyun. Still got the ball, trying to flick it into the path of Yoon Bit Gram, who found himself in the box, but in the end, the number 9 just can't get himself an opportunity on goal, and it's a real opportunity wasted there for Ulsan. But I don't think their manager will be too disappointed with how they played so far. It's been a fairly decent game, and Tigres not really doing much so far in the last 20 minutes. Been fairly quiet. But the Tigers of Mexico currently leading this game against the Tigers of Asia. Chaser Flex saying he's the top goalie, one of the best in AFC. There you go. I thought he was him at the World Cup. He's only 29 as well, which for a goalkeeper is still very, very young. And I'm a little bit surprised, actually, that maybe no other teams have come in for him in the past from Europe. Or even maybe like South America and abroad. But good chance here, potentially, for an opportunity from Tigres. Fulgencio, just coming a moment ago, on the right wing. Sprays the ball into Carioca. Now to Guido Pizarro. Can Tigres get a third goal in this game and kill it off? Spray the ball to the right-hand side to Quinones. Just struggling to be able to find anyone to play the ball into, and he's had to play it all the way back to Tigres at the halfway line. And Tigres just having a bit of a moment here to dominate the ball. Oh god, should be yawning. It's only 3 o'clock, Jesus. And well, in the end there, all that domination of possession hasn't led to anything. They're going to get a throw though in the end. It's going to be Luis Rodriguez who throws the ball out. Now into Carioca, just past the halfway line. Of course, Andre Pierre-Gignac on for a hat-trick. Sprays the ball to the right-hand side to Quinones. Now into Rodriguez. Lovely run here. Good connection now. Quinones on the ball on the right wing. What can he do here? Plays the ball back to Diego Reyes. And once again, Ulsan Hyundai quite happy to just let Tigres dominate the ball here. You can quite clearly see the away side looking to counter-attack in this match. You know, it's worked a few times in this game already. And with 20 minutes left, they don't necessarily have to rush forward in this match and send everybody up to get a goal. But they're just patiently waiting in this game. Lots of time left. Chase Athletics can add some time in Spain. Tricky right foot winger. He did indeed. He was at Villarreal. Didn't necessarily have the greatest time there. Struggled a little bit. But a very good winger on his day. But he was at Villarreal. I remember him a few years ago being there. Had a really good start actually to life in Spain. And then went off. But there's a chance here. Ball lofted in from Quinones. Came towards the path of Guido Pizarro. And it's Kim Kihi, the goal scorer for Ulsan, who was just able to get a touch on the ball. And it's going to be Hwan Yu, the South Korean goalkeeper, who is able to just stop any other opportunities for the home side. Well, I'm saying home side, but none of them are technically speaking. And Hwan Yu is able to hoof the ball away from his goal. So a little chance there for Tigres. I'm pretty sure, as I said, we have 5 substitutions in this match. So we still should have a few more subs to come. But we've got plenty more games still to come. As we said, with the Club World Cup, the way it's going to work is we're going to cover, with the games, we're going to cover the second round fixture tonight. We'll be covering the 2 semi-finals and the final. The match for 5th place and 3rd place Depending on what games they are, we might cover. Maybe the match for third place, considering it's Thursday at 3 o'clock. We might cover that game as well. But as for now, there's been a change here for Ulsan Hyundai. And this is a big moment in the game. If you're a Bundesliga fan, you might remember Martin Hinterzee, the former Bochum and former Hamburg man. Just getting himself into this game with over a quarter of an hour left. Can he be the difference maker for Ulsan Hyundai, the Austrian? He'd been in Germany, as I said, for a few years. He was there for 6 years. Actually, I've just checked. And could he maybe be the difference maker in this game? Did they take off the number 9? Let me just have a quick check here and see if they brought off... they did him as well. They brought off Kim Ji-hyun. Got to give him some credit. Brilliant game from him in the end. Scored a brilliant bicycle kick, which didn't count because it was offside. But really dangerous, you have to admit. Tigres did struggle to stop him at times. Being tightly marked by Resch and Salcedo at the back. But in the end, he's come off the pitch and Hinterzee comes on to a different mould of player. Hinterzee. Ball's been lofted long towards him. Good touch in the end. Still got the ball here, Ulsan Hyundai. Now it's with Hinterzee again at the edge of the box. Could be a good chance here. Not the most good clearance from Tigres. Real scramble in the box. And Guzman somehow is able to get the ball into his hands. And that was a real scrap there from both clubs to get the ball. And it was just a bobbling ball. And as I said in the end, it was Guzman that got the ball. I'm so sorry for yawning. I don't know why. But got the ball out there, Guzman. And another little chance for Ulsan Hyundai on the counter-attack. Long balls as well have been working quite well for them. Just to try and get a goal. And as Benalda's put, I think Ulsan will equalise soon in this game. Who knows? Who knows? 15 minutes left. They've had a good few opportunities. Daz has asked in the chat, what squad do you think Munich have taken? I already know it. They've taken everyone. Everyone's gone. Lewandowski, Muller, Koeman, all of the big boys have gone to this tournament. So they're not here to mess about. And to be fair, any big club from the Champions League always take the players. You know, they're not playing any games in between. I think the only game they've got left to play, Bayern, is on Friday night against Hertha Berlin. So it's a bit of a kind of pre-warm-up ahead of their big match on, I think it's Thursday that they play. Monday that they play. So a very quick turnaround. They're going to be in Germany on Friday and then Qatar on Monday. So very, very quick turnaround indeed. But long ball again. Trying to get it towards Hinterzee. Carlos Salcedo doing very well to mark him. And in the end, it's actually going to be given as an offside on the Austrian. And a free kick given to Tigres. Chess Fanatic saying in the chat, really backing Al Ali to surprise a lot of people. I think they will. As I said, I think it's going to be quite a interesting match, that one, on paper. Closely fought game, but they've got a passionate fan base. And you don't go unbeaten since August 2020 without being a good club. Regardless of what league it is, you've still got to beat teams week in, week out. And to go unbeaten since August 2020 is a really, really good record. Even if it is the Egyptian League. So it'll be a good test, that one. But I'm saying love the underdog scorer. You never know. Maybe Ulsan Hyundai might get a goal back in this game. Tigres not exactly been the greatest, in my opinion, in this second half. And there might be a chance here for Ulsan to come forward. It's going to be Kim Jung-son spraying the ball into the middle of the pitch. And his pass to Yoon Bit-Gram doesn't get there in the end. And as you would expect here, with 15 minutes left of the match to go, Ulsan looking to dominate this game and get that equaliser. Although there's been quite a lot of moments where the ball has gone out of play for throw-ins. But Carl's asked, do you think when a player joins Ulsan, they get a free Hyundai as a bonus? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know why I'm yawning. I really apologise. I shouldn't be yawning. It's only 3:30 here in the UK. Very strange though. We don't tend to usually do streams at this time on a Thursday, midweek afternoon, but there's been quite a lot of you turning out, so big thank you to all of you, because I didn't think many of you turned, but there could be a good chance here. Oh. Well, I was about to say there could be a good chance there, but the ball came towards Fulgencio. It was a cross in the box from Quinones. Gignac could have hit it, he decided to leave it, and Fulgencio took the shot on the half volley, and I actually think Gignac got a slight touch, which just made Fulgencio's opportunity a little bit awkward, and in the end it goes out of play for a goal kick. But that was a rare opportunity in the second half, the home side, to maybe get a goal back in this game. But as I said, a big thank you for all of you turning out, because I didn't think as many people would turn up with it being a Thursday afternoon. But we thought we'd give it a go. It was Simon's idea. He wanted to do the Club World Cup. And to be honest, I didn't even know it was going on until a few days ago. So I was like, let's do it. Why not? I do like the tournament. And it's some afternoon football as well, which we like. Get to do it early in the afternoon and relax in the evening, even better for me. But good chance here for Tigres to come forward once again. Luis Rodriguez still going here. Lovely run. Flicks it towards the path of Gignac. Comes in towards the path of Fulgencio. And this time, no excuses there with a volley. That was even worse than the first one he took. Nowhere near the goal. And that was really poor from the youngster. A real waste of an opportunity. And a big, big chance to make it 3-1 and to really, not necessarily wrap this game up, but to make it harder for Ulsan. And that's 2 chances in the space of 2 minutes that have gone to real waste. But we're going to have another change here. Number 6, Hyun Min for Ulsan Hyundai coming off the pitch. And coming on will be, is the name of the player. I'm going to search. In fact, I've already been told, 19 years of age. He looks very, very young. And fair play to him. A new signing, Kan Youngu. Apparently, signed him in the last couple of days. So what an opportunity to make your debut in the FIFA Club World Cup. And his first touch consists with him getting a free kick. So not a bad start there for the youngster. But a 19-year-old looked freshly faced on the pitch. And maybe he could bring something to this side with 11 minutes to go as they push for that equalising goal in this match. It's been a fairly okay second half. As I said, we had a big opportunity for Ulsan with the bicycle kick that was disallowed for offside. And a few moments where it did go a little bit end-to-end, but I should be yawning. It's not been that bad of a game. We've had 3 goals in it, which is certainly not to complain about. But we're just waiting for Hintus here to get in this game. He's had 1 or 2 balls lofted to him, specifically from the centre-backs. It's been kind of a case of opting to go long ball. Bultuis and Kim Kihi at the back have been trying to loft it long towards Hintus here, who's a fairly tall player. I think he's about 6'2", 6'3", so he's got the mould to play as a target man. But just hasn't really worked so far. Although they've got the ball here. Might be a little bit of an opportunity. Kim Jung-soo trying to play the ball into the path of the number 10. Yun Bidikgam. And he doesn't in the end get it. It's going to be a free kick. And now the boundary chance here for Hintus. He is inside the box and he takes an awkward touch. Tries to play the ball to Bidikgam. Doesn't get it in the end. And that was a real chance. Just a really poor touch from Hintus here. Cost him an opportunity. And I think had he been any better there, he'd have been able to have turned on the swivel. And maybe have a chance on goal. But they've got the ball back here again. And that's a crunching tackle. And that'll be a yellow card coming out for one of the substitutes in this game. And I don't think the referee had much of a decision there. And it will be a yellow card, which we're going to Duenas, the number 29. And a bit of a crunching tackle that was. Carl said, I forgot or didn't realise the Confederations Cup was being dissolved. Used to enjoy staying up the early hours and wanted to watch that. Yeah, they got rid of it in the end, sadly. I think it's a shame because I didn't mind the Confederations Cup. I actually liked it. But fortunately, they got rid of it in the end for a much more expanded Club World Cup, which I kind of think is a better idea, to be fair. But Chase pointing in the chat, we get to see Luis Adriano Felipe Melo for Palmeiras tomorrow. We do indeed. We do indeed. Looking forward to that. I was having a bit of a scout at Palmeiras last night to see who they got, and I'm looking forward to seeing Felipe Melo. Been quite some time since I've seen him play. Last time I remember, he was at Galatasaray, and he was it was ages ago, a couple of years ago, in fact. I do remember one game he played in goal for them and saved a penalty, which was a mad one. But got a free kick here. Bidikgam probes at goal, and it was a powerful effort trying to hit it towards the top left-hand corner. It's going to come off the path of Duenas, so it will be a corner here. And Bidikgam has a real chance here to maybe put in an in-swinging ball for an equalizer. 82 minutes on the clock. This would be a real killer blow for Tigres if a goal was to come in the next 10 minutes. But there's going to be a change here for Tigres before the corner is taken. And it is going to be the yellow card of Duenas. And he'll be coming off the pitch for Ayala, Hugo Ayala. Another one of the experienced Mexican defenders at the back. He's an international as well, been at Tigres for a few years now. He comes onto the pitch. And he actually scored in the CONCACAF Champions League final as well against LAFC. So he has got some experience scoring goals in big competitions. How about maybe scoring one before the end of this match? But before that, Yoon Bitgaram, he's going to take this corner. Ball's lofted in and doesn't come to anyone in the end. It's actually yet again Andre Pierre Gignac who's able to clear the ball away. Rodriguez hoofs the ball long and it will go out of play for a throwing just past the halfway line. But Ulsan pushing numbers forward here. We've only a few minutes left of the match. If you are new to the stream, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscription if you have enjoyed our Club World Cup watch-along so far. Don't forget, we've still got another Club World Cup watch-along to come a little bit later tonight. 5:25, Al Dahel taking on Al Ali in the second round. Rowan and Simon are going to be live with that. So we've only got about 10 minutes left of this game. And then the boys will be live in about an hour and a half. Maybe even less, depending on if this goes to extra time, as Kanonesh has just gone into the gone into the book there. Yellow card, I think for a few complaints at the referee. Referee just having a bit too much of it, and he's opted to book him. So another Tigres player going into the book here later on. Because they don't want those to add up as this competition progresses on, if they do go through. Let's not count out Ulsan yet, with a few minutes left of the match. But it's going to be a ball to Gignac. Plays it towards Kinonesh. Recently booked on the right wing. Just outside of the box. Gets it to Gignac. Tries to get it back to Kinonesh again, but the pass is a little bit too weak. And is given away to Ulsan Hyundai, who now can try and counter-attack. But it doesn't in the end. And now it's Tigres coming forward here. Looking to get the third goal in this game and really kill this match off. It's going to be Kinonesh again on the right wing. Just outside of the box. Sprays it to Luis Rodriguez. And it's just a poor pass in the end. Trying to get it to Carioca, who just can't get a touch of the ball. KD's asked the Gignac bag. Has he bagged? Has he bagged? He's bagged two. Absolute beast. Bagged a penalty. And a really nice tapping from a corner. So my man is on fire, Kieran. I'm emotional. He's about to potentially send his team through to the Club World Cup semi-finals. So I'm delighted if it does end 2-1 to Tigres. But Ulsan have played very well. We've seen at points that they're a very good counter-attacking side. I said at the beginning of this stream, they've got a lot of pace in this side. And I think they've shown it at times. Tigres have struggled at points to be able to defend against them. And there's going to be a cheap corner given away for Tigres. Big opportunity here for them to maybe make the most of the set piece. And it was a bit of a touch, I think, for Bultuis. That allows Tigres to be able to get a corner. And this could be a real opportunity for them to maybe make it 3-1 and kill the game off. Special Gignac item. Yes, please. I want one. I want a special Gignac item on FIFA. We'd love that. So I think they're going to take this corner short here. There's been 4 apiece for sides in this game. Although they've actually brought a few centre-backs forward. So it is going to be lofted in. Trying to get it towards Luis Rodriguez, who wants to take the shot on the volley. Doesn't get towards him in the end. And a bobbling ball, somehow, is still Tigres. Kinonesh getting a throw in a decent position. Tries to take it quickly towards Gonzalez, one of the substitutes on the pitch. Doesn't get to him in the end. And it'll be Tigres now, who just look to hold the ball here. 3 minutes left of this game. They don't want to let any opportunities come towards Ulsan Hyundai. It's going to be Rodriguez who pushes forward here. Tries to get it towards Guido. Doesn't get to him in the end, and it will be Ulsan who come forward here. Going to be Shang Jun here. Just at the halfway line, looking for a few numbers to push forward. Finds the path of number 23, who's going to be Kim Tae-hwan. Going to be Youngu, the 19-year-old. Lovely ball into Yoon Bitgram. He's gone down. Referee saying no for a free kick. And maybe a few nerves there for Tigres. It was in a good position, and Bitgram doesn't get the free kick. And Tigres just opt to loft the ball long. It does actually come towards Kinonesh in the end, who, in a situation like this, is the perfect man to have the ball towards. Really good counter-attacking player in situations like this. But it is going to be an Ulsan Hyundai throw-in. They've got 2.5 minutes left to try and bag a late equaliser. If we do get an equaliser, we're going to extra time and penalties in this game. Can they get it? We're going to have to take more risks now and push the ball up. They've been a little bit too defensive, in my opinion. We've only a few minutes left of this game. Of course, if you do lose this game, you aren't out of the tournament necessarily speaking, because there is a match for 5th place. That game does actually take place tomorrow, Sunday at 3 o'clock. So no teams will be going home yet, but there will be a match for 5th place, which sounds like the most pointless thing I've ever heard in my life. But it's happening. And to be fair, from what I've seen last year, there was quite a few decent games in terms of like the 5th and the 4th and the 3rd place matches. One of them last year, I think Al Hilal were in. It was a 2-2 draw that went to penalties with a few red cards. So quite a feisty game in the end, that one. But Tigres here, 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Looking to just hold the ball now. No real desire to push forward, although they're giving away here. And it's going to be Yungu on the ball, the youngster. Looking to drive his side forward for a late equalizer. Going to come to Zhengzhou. Lofted ball towards Hintis here. Doesn't get towards him in the end. It's going to be Guido Pizarro gets the ball back, but Yungu has been adjudged to have fouled Guido Pizarro, and that will be a free kick and a little bit of extra time to waste for the home side. As I said, don't forget to stick around on the channel. 5:30 is the next game for the Club World Cup tonight. Ronan Simon will be live around about 5:25 for that match. So do stick about. We've only got about an hour and 20 minutes before that game does go live. But Quinones going to be coming off here. Good performance from him tonight. Really tested that Ulsan Hyundai backline. He'll be coming off for Sierra. Just to really make sure that this game is done and dusted. With about 30 seconds left of normal time. But yes, Al Dahail versus Al Ali coming up a little bit later tonight. Very different game on the channel. You know, as I said, we don't tend to usually do these types of matches, but there's been so many of you that have come to it. Hopefully you guys will join us. It'll be Ronan Simon for that second round fixture a little bit later on. And then, of course, we'll know who's in the semi-finals, which will be taking place on Monday. So, plenty of Club World Cup action still to come, and it's nice to see a few of the fans in the stand celebrating. Of course, the Tigres fans happy right now, but Ulsan have got themselves 5 more minutes of additional time to try and seek out an equaliser and take this game into extra time. They just need to push a few more numbers forward, in my opinion. As Tigres look to run the clock down, they've got a throw-in in a pretty decent position near the left-hand corner flag. And they're just going to look to waste a few more seconds of time here. It's going to be Sierra who throws it. Trying to get it towards the path of Gignac. Doesn't get towards him in the end. And the referee's going to give a free kick here. And I think it's going to be a yellow card coming out. And it's going to be a caution in the end for Hintis here, the substitute, who's been adjudged to have fouled Hugo Ayala. And not exactly what you'd be giving away here with 4 minutes left on the clock. And the former Hamburg man goes into the book with about 4 minutes left of the game. And, well, he took the ball down in his chest. Not the greatest touch in the world. And he had to try and claim the ball. And he fouled Ayala. And it's the right decision. But do put your predictions in the chat. What are you thinking for tonight's game with Al Dahail, Al Ali? 2 interesting sides on paper. The Qatari winners of the Qatari League coming up against the Egyptian champions, Al Ali. Both teams got very passionate sides, very passionate supporters even. So do put your predictions in the chat, because I'm not going to be there for that one. It's going to be Ronan Simon, so do stick around for it. But Carl's put, it'd be nice touch if 6th, 5th, 4th and 3rd each got different colour medals, just to say thanks for participating. I don't know if they do, Kyle. I don't think they do, but it just seems a bit pointless if they don't get anything for it. But there's going to be a corner here for Tigres. Could be a good way to win the game. It's going to be Rafael Carioca who takes the corner, lofted into the box, and it comes towards Rodriguez, but nothing there really of any note for it to be close to the goal. It will go out of play for a goal kick, which you would expect it to be taken fairly quickly with only 3 minutes on the clock. They're going to opt to hoof this long. I mean, Daz, but where's he got 5 minutes from? To be honest, I don't know really. It's been quite a long amount of time that's been added on. But Marcos in the stream saying Tigres. Up the Tigres, Marcos. Honestly, I'm buzzing. As a big Gignac fan, Marcos, I am absolutely delighted that he's got 2 goals today. Been a good performance from him. As they've got a free kick here, Ulsan Hyundai played at the halfway line. Going to be played to Bulthuis. Spread out to the left-hand side to Kim Jung-soon. Going to loft it into the box. There's no one there, though. And Reyes clears the ball. Going to come back to the path of, I think it was one of the youngsters there. Doesn't get it in the end, Sungu. And Ulsan just looking a little bit too sloppy here. And with 2 minutes left on the clock, Tigres just looking to waste a little bit more time in this game. Ulsan desperate to be able to get one more chance in this game. And I feel like that chance we had with the bicycle kick, what a goal that would have been, by the way, was the real moment in the match where Ulsan could have maybe got something back in this match, but it was just offside. And I mean, Chasers put, if everyone got a cash prize as well. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I think they should get a little bit of cash for coming to this tournament. You know, at the end of the day, it's not like they have much of a choice, is it, really? And they will want to turn up because it's still a big prestigious trophy for these clubs, but a little bit of cash would be nice, wouldn't it? Daz has gone 2-0 to Al Dahail for tonight's game. We'll have to find out, of course. That game is at 5:30. But with a minute left of the clock here, Gignac, really heavy touch, giving the ball away here. Does well to get actually a tackle. Good sliding tackle. Still going in, Gignac. Tries to curl it into the top right corner, but it's just a little bit too much height on the ball. And Gignac spotted an opportunity for the hat-trick, but with 40 seconds left, there's going to be a goal retaken here. And I think there'll still be a little bit more additional time here. Maybe a minute extra from the 5 that we've got. Cal saying he thinks it's going to be an Al Ali 2-0 win. Be interesting that game, as I said, but Ulsan here desperately have to push numbers forward. They've got 20 seconds left. I'd assume a minute with a little bit more time added on for a few fouls and free kicks. Ball's come towards the 19-year-old Sun Chu. Lofted towards Intercia with a really poor touch. Tried to take it on with his head. And in the end, the referee blows his whistle 5 seconds early. And Tigres will be going through to the next round of the Club World Cup, and they are absolutely delighted. It wasn't the most convincing second half performance from the Mexicans, but it was the all-time top goal scorer of the club, Gignac, who got them 2 vital goals in this game to go through to the next round. And although Kim Ki-hee got the first goal of the match to put his side into the lead, he turned from hero to villain after giving away the penalty that saw Gignac in the 5th minute of the first half of additional time put the ball in the back of the net and make it 2-1. It means that Ulsan Hyundai will be the first team going through into the match for 5th place. That is on Sunday at 3 o'clock. They, of course, will have to wait to find out who they face tonight, as Al Dahail face Al Ahly 5:30. As for Tigres, they know who they'll be facing. They're going through to the semi-finals. That's on Sunday at 6 o'clock. They'll be facing the CONMEBOL Libertadores winners Palmeiras. That should be quite a feisty game on Sunday night. So we've got one more game to come this evening. Al Dahail taking on Al Ahly. That is at 5:30. The winner of that game will be coming up against Bayern Munich. And the boys, Simon and Rowan, they'll be live at 5:25 with the game kicking at 5:30. You do not want to miss that if you're looking for more FIFA Club World Cup action. We'll be covering the whole competition over the next week. You can join us on Friday morning for A-League Live. Adelaide United sitting on Perth Glory. That's going to be with Rowan at 8 AM in the morning. Don't miss on that if you want a bit of A-League coverage. And then we have some more watch-alongs to come. Liverpool Man City's on Sunday night at 4:20. I'll be live for that on Sunday. Don't want to miss out on that game. And then we'll be back. Juventus with a 2-1 leg lead over Inter Milan and Coppa Italia semi-finals. We have the second leg to cover. I'll be live with Adam and potentially Kieran L. That is on Wednesday night at 7:35. You do not want to miss out on that game because that was a feisty first leg of action. So overall, it's Tigres that go through to the next round of the Club World Cup. Ulsan Hyundai, they gave it their all in this game, but ultimately they will be in the match for 5th place on Sunday night. If you want to keep up to date with when we go live on the channel, then don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter is @the_top corner. And also don't forget to follow our Instagram, which is _sportscorner_. And as always, we launched our brand new website not too long ago. We've got new articles every day in the world of football, darts, wrestling. In fact, we've got a brand new wrestling piece which was uploaded last night by Rowan. It's a brilliant piece, well worth checking out if you're into your wrestling. And there'll also be a few Club World Cup pieces going up courtesy of Simon Bullock, the absolute legend that he is, putting up some brilliant Club World Cup pieces even, over the next few days. So you don't want to miss out on those. And we'll also have a future stars prediction from Kieran L going up on the website soon. But as for now, we will be back in about an hour and 25 minutes. You don't want to miss it. Simon and Rowan will be live with some action as Al Dahale take on Al Ali in the second round of action. The winner of those will be facing Bayern Munich. But the question is, who will it be? We'll have to find out. Carol put in the chat, cheers Josh, good game. We'll be patiently waiting for that one. You do not want to miss it. The boys will be live in an hour and 25. But as for now, for those that have joined, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription if you are new. It's greatly, greatly appreciated as we push towards 1,900 subscribers. But as for now, I will see you guys in a few days' time. Have a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you again on the Sports Corner channel in about an hour and 25 minutes. Good night.